the Dalai Lama say that?
I think he may have.
Well, I'm here on this balcony, and the Dalai Lama is over there, and that's his compound.
Gotta ask about the office.
Sounds delicious. Soupy tea with lard.
Yeah.
Has the Dalai Lama seen The Office?
Oh no.
Can you make that happen?
We'll try to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We met His Holiness yesterday. What was that experience like for you?
Well, I think being here in Tibet adjacent in Dharamshala, I was miserable because I just wanted more. It was never enough. There's a vibration that he gave off, an aura of Tenzin, everything that we have right now is plenty.
Welcome to Pija Podcast. Rainn, thank you so much for coming to the Pija Podcast.
Yeah.
Have you had the Tibetan Pija yet? Tibetan tea, butter tea yet?
Is that what this is?
This is not. This is Indian chai.
So the puja is a Tibetan butter tea?
Pija, yep. So
Puja.
Pu means Tibet, and cha means chai.
Oh, chai, okay. Oh, I haven't had it yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next time you're around, definitely give it a shot.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
It's like soupy.
Okay, that sounds delicious. Soupy tea with lard.
Oh yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. And salt.
Oh gosh, that sounds better and better.
Yeah. Rainn, you're a comedian, actor. Now you do a little bit of podcasting.
Yeah.
Which one did you enjoy the most? Or do you enjoy the most?
I really feel like I'm okay at comedy. I'm better at acting, and I really am best at podcasting. It's kind of my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't pay very well.
Really? Not yet.
Well, yeah, that would take me years to actually make a living from it. But I love having conversations about life's biggest questions and doing it in a fun, irreverent way, not being afraid to be profound and not being afraid to be silly.
Yeah. I gotta ask about The Office.
Yeah.
I remember when you were on another podcast, you talked about how even though you were on The Office, one of the biggest shows in America, in the world, you still weren't happy. Why do you think that was?
Well, I think being here in Tibet adjacent in Dharamshala, there's been a lot of talk about consciousness, about awareness, about happiness and joy. And I think humans are wired to be discontent. And when I was on The Office, my words have gotten taken out of context, far too much. But there were times, I went through periods while on The Office where I was miserable because I just wanted more. It was never enough. And there's a certain never enoughness in the human condition where I could have just said, this is beyond my wildest dreams. It's an amazing show. I'm making a great living. These are beautiful people. It's an important and funny comedy. I should just enjoy it. Yeah. But I was like, no, I want another movie, or I want a development deal, or I want another ad campaign, or why am I not getting this? And that is a human struggle that is not just felt by television celebrities. That is a human struggle felt by anyone, whether you're an accountant or in real estate or a school teacher, of like not being present enough, so not being grateful enough for what you have right now, because Tenzin, everything that we have right now is plenty.
So how did you come to that realization that you have enough, that you don't need more, maybe?
It wasn't like a flash like lightning. For me, spiritual study is something that I've undertaken over the last, let's say 25 or 30 years. And it's a process, right? I'm a very anxious person. I get depressed sometimes. I spend a lot of time unhappy. Not so much now, but more before. So my study of various spiritual traditions and wisdom has helped me a great deal, plus a lot of therapy, to kind of have, what the Tibetan Buddhists would talk about, kind of an awareness and a consciousness and an awake mind to try and understand my reality better and better with ever increasing wisdom.
So that's sort of the, let's say, the dark side of being famous. What's the upside of being famous? What's the benefit of being famous?
Well, I'm here on this balcony, and the Dalai Lama is over there, and that's his compound. I'm here because I a celebrity, essentially. Because I'm a celebrity from playing Dwight, people were interested in what I had to say, and I was able to sell a book and talk about spirituality. Because I played Dwight, if I was just Joe Schmo, I don't know that Soul Boom, the book, would have ever gotten published. Maybe. And then because I wrote that book, I met Arthur Brooks, who's interested in a lot of the same topics around the connection between mental health, happiness, joy, spirituality. And then we became friends, and Arthur Brooks put together this tour to see the Dalai Lama and visit northern India. And the reason I'm sitting here with you right now is a perk of celebrity. A lot of doors get open, and I try and stay incredibly grateful for that.
His Holiness, we met His Holiness for an hour yesterday. What was that experience like for you? I found that everyone's experience was a little bit different, tailored to their needs. What was it for you?
Well, I'm going to turn the tables on you. I saw you crying yesterday in witnessing him and in meeting him especially. What does it mean to your heart?
For me, he's my North Star. He is someone that I try to emulate, try to be a mini Dalai Lama. When I have awareness in any situation, I ask myself, well, what would His Holiness do in this situation? I think he's the pinnacle of compassion and love. The love he has in his heart for even the Chinese government is something that I am trying to cultivate. So when I see him, there's a lot of love, joy, but also a little bit of sadness, a little bit of imposter syndrome, Rainn. Like, I ask myself, why am I here? I didn't do anything to deserve to be here, but I'll prove myself or work hard enough to make his time worth it.
That's beautiful. What I saw, what I experienced in being in the room with the Dalai Lama and the very brief handshake that was 2.5 seconds was someone who had devoted their lives to compassion. So that was incredibly moving to me. I've been hearing him speak for decades. I've read books of his 30 years ago. And to see someone has devoted his entire life toward compassion for others, sending out love, being of service, spreading messages of joy, that there's a vibration that he gave off, an aura of such transcendent power. I was very moved by it. What he said, I think, was not as important as who he was, what he's done, what his actions are. It was really a high point in my life to just be in the same room as him.
I was thinking about this. If people loved other people as much as Dwight Schrute loves beats, I think the world would be.
That is very, very true. Did the Dalai Lama say that?
I think he may have, yeah.
Has the Dalai Lama seen The Office?
Oh no.
Can you make that happen?
We'll try to, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Which episode of The Office would you pick to show the Dalai Lama, His Holiness? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it.
I really appreciate. I think there's not one episode, but I love Dwight's character development over time. He finds love. He finds true love, and then he loses love. But then he comes back to it.
That's right.
Later.
A couple of dead cats along the way.
Yeah.
But he becomes manager. Spoiler alert. Finds his mission. Finds his true love. Yeah.
I think everyone finds love at the end. At the end of The Office, which is great. Michael finds peace. Jim, he's there. Dwight wanted Jim, but then Jim did.
Are you a Buddhist?
I am.
Are you a Tibetan Buddhist?
I am. Yeah.
How does that influence your life?
I think when I was in high school, I think I went through a depressive stage. My parents got divorced, and that impacted me a little bit. And I think Buddhism, that mental philosophy, gave me a toolkit to be resilient, to overcome those challenges. And that has a profound impact on who I am as a person and who I want to be.
Yeah.
Any final message for our audience? Our audience are young people who want to do good in the world.
You've got an audience of young people that want to do good in the world? That's amazing. I'm so glad you guys want to do good in the world. That's what it's all about. It really is. And if was hammered home on this visit, you know, to turn away from being self-centered to being other-centered. And we just got to talk with Temke about the idea of optimism, keeping hope alive. So that's what I would say. It's a dark world right now. There's a lot of obstacles, there's a lot of injustice. The earth is hurting, but we have to stay optimistic and even joyful in our service. If we don't, we will lose our way.
Thank you, Rainn.
Thank you
so much.
All right.